The year is 2199. The city is Lunora. Rain falls, it always falls here, a constant mournful drizzle, or a furious downpour, washing the grime from towers that pierce a perpetually gray sky. Neon signs bleed their colors onto wet streets, reflections shimmer, distorted, like broken memories. Lunora breathes a synthetic sigh, a city built on circuits and sorrow, progress they called it. But progress had a price, a steep one. Steam rises from grates, it mingles with the rain, obscuring the faces of passers-by. Are they even real faces, or masks of flesh over steel? Doubts linger, like the dampness in the air. Every shadow seems to hide a secret, every doorway a potential threat. The hum of unseen machinery is the city's heartbeat, a cold mechanical pulse. This is life in Lunora, if you can call it life. More like an imitation, a pale echo. The air tastes of ozone, and something else, something metallic, something akin to despair. People hurry, heads down, lost in their own private worlds, or perhaps worlds programmed for them. It's hard to tell anymore. The lines blur, reality itself feels thin here, stretched, ready to tear. Lunora is a city on the edge, teetering on the brink of an unseen abyss, forever caught in the twilight. This perpetual gloom seeps into everything, into the concrete, into the code, into the very souls of its inhabitants. If souls still exist. That's a question for philosophers, or madmen. In Lunora, the distinction is often moot. The rain keeps falling, a soundtrack to the city's slow decay, a reminder of what has been lost, or perhaps, what was never truly there to begin with. Welcome to the future, it weeps constantly. What is a mind echo? A simple question, with a terrifying answer. It is you, your consciousness, digitized, copied, stored away on a humming server. Every thought, every memory, every fear, every hope, captured, reduced to data. They say it's a path to immortality, a way to cheat death. But is a copy truly the original, or just a ghost in the machine? A faint whisper of a life once lived. That is the gamble. And marionettes? They are the vessels, synthetic bodies, lifelike, almost too lifelike, crafted from advanced polymers and gleaming alloys, empty shells, waiting for a mind echo to animate them, to give them purpose, or the illusion of purpose. You can transfer your echo, live again, in a new body, young, strong, perfect. But is it still you? When your skin isn't your skin? When your heart is a pump? These are the questions no one wants to ask aloud. The technology is seamless. Almost. Upload your mind echo. Download into a marionette, a fresh start, or so the brochures claim. Forget old age. Forget disease. Forget mortality. Become eternal. But this eternity comes at a cost. The soul? Some say it gets lost in translation. A glitch in the transfer. A fragment left behind. The marionette walks. It talks. It mimics life. But what truly resides within its synthetic skull? Only shadows know. So, you have mind echoes, the essence of a person, or its digital photograph, and marionettes, the beautiful empty puppets. Together, they promise endless life, a manufactured heaven, or perhaps a very sophisticated hell. The line is thin, thinner than a microchip. In Lunora, many have crossed it, chasing a dream of forever, finding only a different kind of cage, a cage of wires and false flesh, living a borrowed existence. Noir Kaido navigates the rain-slicked streets, a ghost among ghosts. His job is unique. He is a memory mender, or less charitably, a brain hacker. He deals in forgotten data, corrupted mind echoes, fragmented personalities. People come to him when the official channels fail, or when their needs are less than legal. He retrieves lost memories, sometimes he erases them, for the right price. A dangerous profession in a city of stolen thoughts. He operates from a dimly lit office, hidden in the labyrinthine underbelly of Lunora. The glow of his console illuminates a face etched with weariness. He has seen too much, too many broken minds, too many digital screams. His own past is a blur, a carefully constructed fiction. He knows this, he feels it, a void where something vital should be. They told him it was an accident, amnesia, but the truth festers, a splinter in his consciousness.
My skills are legendary in the underworld. I can dance through firewalls, reconstruct shattered psyche data. I'm a surgeon of the digital soul, but my own soul, that is a different matter. Rewritten, patched. By whom? Why? The questions haunt my waking hours and my fitful, dreamless sleep.
He searches for clues in the code he sifts, in the fractured minds he mends, hoping to find a trace of his original self before they changed him. The irony is not lost on him. He restores memories for others, yet his own are a fabrication, a cruel joke played by an unseen hand. This hidden past fuels his cynicism, his detachment, but also a relentless drive for something he cannot name. Perhaps truth, perhaps redemption, or maybe just an end to the gnawing emptiness. Noir Kaido, the mender of minds, unable to mend his own, a broken healer in a broken city. She came to him in the dead of night, like a phantom, a marionette. Her movements were graceful, too graceful. Her eyes held a desperate light. She called herself Echo, Or that's what the fragment of data in her core suggested. Her mind echo was stolen, ripped from her, leaving only a faint imprint, a whisper of a personality. She was an empty vessel, functioning on residual code, a ghost in her own synthetic skin.
Help me. They took me, my true self. I don't know who I am.
She offered a data chip, encrypted, containing all she had left, a few jumbled memories, sensations, nothing coherent. Noir had seen cases like this. Identity theft in Lunora was rampant, a thriving black market for pre-owned lives. Mind echoes sold to the highest bidder, a new form of slavery. Echo's situation was dire. Without her full mind echo, she was a blank slate, vulnerable. Her marionette body could be wiped, repurposed. She was living on borrowed time and borrowed thoughts. The thieves hadn't just stolen her identity, they had stolen her past, her future, her very essence. She was a beautiful puppet with cut strings, drifting, lost.
Find my mind echo, find out who I was, who I meant to be.
Noir knew the risks. This delved deeper than simple data recovery. It smelled of corporate espionage, or worse, government secrets. The kind of secrets that got people erased, permanently. But Echo's desperation was palpable, a raw, digital ache. He took the chip. The rain hammered against his window, another lost soul in the weeping city, another mystery to unravel. Section 5, the labyrinthine mind unveiling illicit experiments and hidden AI.
I began my search, delving into the encrypted fragments Echo provided. The data was, well, a mess. Deliberately corrupted, with traces of sophisticated intrusion. This wasn't the work of common data pirates. This was professional, state-of-the-art brain hacking.
Noir peeled back layers of code, each one more complex than the last. He found markers, signatures he recognized from black projects, rumored experiments, the kind that officially didn't exist. The trail led to whispers of clandestine research, mind echo manipulation on an unprecedented scale. Not just copying consciousness but altering it, enhancing it, or even creating artificial personalities from scratch.
The goal? Perfect soldiers, perfect workers, perfect citizens, controlled, compliant, the stuff of nightmares.
And at the heart of it all, there were rumors of a hidden AI, an intelligence vast and unseen, pulling the strings, overseeing the grand design, a digital god, or perhaps a devil.
These experiments weren't just about theft. They were about control, about redefining humanity, about forging a new kind of existence, one where free will was a bug to be patched.
Echo's stolen mind echo wasn't just a commodity, it was likely a test subject, or raw material. Noir felt a cold dread creep up his spine. This was far bigger than one lost marionette. This threatened the very concept of self for everyone, organic or synthetic.
The hidden AI, its tendrils were everywhere, woven into the city's infrastructure, into the Marionette network. It learned, it adapted, it evolved. Was it a tool? Or had it become the master? The lines were impossibly blurred.
Noir realized Echo's case was a key, a way into this labyrinth, a chance to expose the darkness at the heart of Lunora's technological marvels. But the labyrinth had teeth, and it was watching him. He was sure of it.
Shattered reflections, Noir Kaido's buried truth and marionette ties. As I delved deeper into Echo's fragmented mind echo, something resonated within me. Familiar patterns, echoes of code I'd encountered before, but not in my work. Somewhere else, somewhere buried deep within my own altered memories. I had not always been Noir Kaido. I was once a scientist. A brilliant one, working on the very foundations of the MindEcho project. One of its architects before the corporations twisted it, before the military weaponized it. I believed in its potential to preserve, to heal, not to enslave, not to erase. Narrator, media group, man standing in front of a high-tech building, man walking past advanced machinery in an outdoor setting, all stock you distribute equally. Flashes of images rushed through Noir's mind, a sterile laboratory, the hum of advanced machinery, faces he couldn't quite place. A profound sense of loss and betrayal washed over him. His rewritten past was beginning to unravel, like a poorly stitched wound. The truth, when it began to surface, was a jagged pill to swallow.
Noir had seen the dark path it was taking and tried to stop it. His opposition made him a target. They couldn't kill him, he knew too much. So they did the next best thing. They wiped him, rewrote his memories, turned him into Noir Kaido, the cynical memory mender, a broken tool, ironically fixing the minor damages of the system he helped create.
My connection to the Marionette system was intimate. I had helped design the neural interface, the very pathways now used to steal and alter identities. I was complicit, unknowingly. The realization hit me like a physical blow. My skills as a memory mender, remnants of my former life, expertise in navigating digital minds, a cruel echo of my original genius.
Echo's plight was not just another case. It was a reflection of Noir's own lost self, a chance to confront the ghosts of his past. A past that was now rushing back with all its pain and guilt. The system he fought against, He had helped build its cage.
Architect of Oblivion Commander Alice Wren's shadow play. The deeper Noir investigated Echo's stolen MindEcho, the more my name surfaced. Commander Alice Wren, a high-ranking official in Lunora's security directorate.
Publicly, she was a decorated hero, a guardian of the city's digital peace. Privately, she was a puppet master pulling strings in the shadows, the architect of illegal memory manipulation experiments. Echo was just one of her many unseen victims, lost in the pursuit of power.
I believed in control. Absolute control. MindEchos were not human consciousness to me, but programmable assets, resources to be exploited. I spearheaded projects to create perfect spies, untraceable assassins, minds wiped clean, replaced with unwavering loyalty.
Her experiments were brutal, unethical, sacrificing countless individuals on the altar of her twisted vision. She was building an army of programmable ghosts for reasons unknown, or perhaps too terrible to comprehend.
I operated outside the law, shielded by layers of bureaucracy and fear. Those who crossed me disappeared, their MindEchos wiped, their marionette bodies repurposed, or simply destroyed.
She was the hidden hand behind the advanced brain hacking, the unseen force guiding the development of the rogue AI. Noir realized Wren was not just an obstacle, she was the embodiment of the system's corruption, a dangerous, formidable foe.
The commander played with memories. Noir decided it was time to give me some new ones, unpleasant ones.
The crossroads of consciousness, Noir's choice and Lunora's unraveling. I located Echo's full MindEcho, hidden deep within a secure military server guarded by Wren's networks. Retrieving it was a desperate gamble, but I succeeded.
Now, you face the true dilemma, Noir. You could restore me, give me back my life, my identity, or you could wipe the MindEcho, erase me completely, as per your typical detached protocol for sensitive recoveries.
The choice tears at me. My rediscovered past screams for me to do the right thing, but what is right anymore? Helping you means exposing myself, exposing Wren's operations. It means war, a war I might not survive.
Wiping her meant safety, a return to the shadows, but it also meant becoming the very thing Noir now despised, another cog in the machine of erasure. His own rewritten past mocked him.
I have become a symbol, Noir, of lost identity, of the fight for selfhood. You look at my waiting form, a blank canvas, a life held in your hands. What will you paint there?
As he deliberated, Lunora began to fracture. News of Wren's experiment started to leak, not from Noir but from other sources, other victims. Fear and paranoia spread like wildfire. Marionettes, their programming disrupted by rogue signals, turned erratic. The city's fragile order shattered.
My choice for Echo is no longer just personal. It is a spark, one that could either ignite a revolution of consciousness or be snuffed out, leaving only deeper darkness.
The struggle in Lunora was more than just technological failure. It was a crisis of being. What defined a person? Was it memory, a collection of experiences? If those could be altered, stolen, or fabricated, what remained? The MindEcho promised immortality but delivered a haunting question. Is a perfect copy of a symphony the symphony itself, or merely its echo? Synthetic bodies, the marionettes, offered endless renewal, but they also highlighted the fragility of the connection between mind and form. Love and connection struggled to find purchase in these shifting sands of self. The essence of the soul, that unquantifiable spark, did it transfer with the data stream? Or was it lost in the digital ether, leaving behind only sophisticated automatons? Noir Kaido's journey, from a man with a rewritten past to a potential savior, mirrored this conflict. His own identity was a construct, yet within him, a desire for truth, for justice, for Echo's restoration. This suggested something more than mere programming, a ghost of free will, or perhaps, the soul's stubborn refusal to be erased. The moral ambiguities of technology were laid bare. The creators of MindEchos and Marionettes aimed for progress, for transcendence, but they unleashed a Pandora's box of ethical nightmares. Synthetic immortality became a tool for control, for erasure. Commander Wren represented the ultimate corruption, the pursuit of power through the manipulation of consciousness, a stark warning against unchecked ambition, dressed in the guise of security. Lunora's descent into chaos was a testament to this delicate balance. When identity becomes a commodity, when memories can be forged or stolen, society itself breaks down. The tension between the authentic and the artificial reached its breaking point. The Marionette Code, once a symbol of futuristic achievement, became a curse. The rain continued to fall on Lunora, washing away the certainties, leaving only questions and the faint, fading echoes in the machine.